It might be hard to believe, but you've gone from never making a Roblox game to making a full obby with a checkpoint system, score system, kill bricks, a winning screen, all of that. And now, all we gotta do is publish the game. So I'm gonna go up here to hit stop, gonna hit file, and then you just hit publish to Roblox. And I'm gonna name this my first obby. You can add a description if you want. I'm just gonna write a purple and orange obby. Creator is me. Genre can be whatever. Make it available for the computer, phone, tablet. Consoles sometimes require special buttons, but you can always try it out. And I'm gonna hit create. If you leave this team create enabled, you can actually collaborate with friends over the internet to work on a game together. So I'm gonna hit create, and Roblox is publishing the game. Once it's done loading, I'm gonna go up to settings, then I'm gonna go to permissions, and right now my game is set to private. You can set it to friends to play with just friends and not open your game to the public, or you can hit public and play your game with anyone. I'm gonna leave my game on private for now because I don't wanna publish it. And one other thing you can do is here you can add a game icon, which will be the thumbnail that everyone sees on the home page of Roblox. Roblox even has a tutorial here on how to make good icons. So I'm gonna hit cancel, but if you made any changes, hit save. So once you're finished with settings, you're gonna wanna go online to create.roblox.com, go to the creator dashboard, and you should see your experience. Click on it, view on Roblox, and hit play. I didn't add an image to mine, so it added this default one of a castle. And now it's launching in Roblox. And there we go, my game that loads up in Roblox, and I can play it with other people. Make sure to invite your friends to your game to see what they think. And that's it, you've made your first game. Let's just go over a couple more things that you can add to make your obby even cooler if you want to. You can take these walls and drag them up to make your map feel even bigger. You're just gonna have to add more obstacles to fill in all this space. So remember when we created our elevator platform, we put this script inside of it that checks to see if the height is less than 27 and greater than 17. And it moves it down if it hits 27 and it moves it back up if it hits 17. Well, if we moved our platform somewhere else in the map, like here for example, our starting position is now 34. So it's greater than this number is to start out. So we actually have to update this number here and this number here to adjust what heights we want it to move between. So if we're starting at a height of 34, let's just put 34 in here instead of 17. So it's not gonna go below a height of 34. And we'll change this to be whatever we want it to go up to. So I'm just gonna put 80 here and test it out. And see, it's going all the way up to 80 and coming back down to that height of 34 that we brought it up to. So depending on what height you want it to go up to, you're just gonna adjust this number here and this number here. This number will be the highest it goes and this number will be the lowest. We can also change the direction of our platform by moving this 0.5 from the Y value to the X. So instead we're adding 0.5 to our X value every time instead of our Y value. In our conditional statement, we're going to need to change this to X and X here instead of the Y, because now we're changing the X value and that's what's going to update as our part moves. Okay, and so let's look at our part's position again, and its starting X value is 49. So let's change this to 49, because remember we used the 17 to reflect its starting height because we didn't want it to move below its starting height. So we'll use that same sort of logic here and say we don't want it to move past its starting position on the X value. And we know that we're adding to our X value every time, so let's make this number higher. So 90. So it's going to increase the X value every time until we hit 90, and then it's going to move it back until we hit our starting X value, and then it's going to move it back to 90. So let's hit play and see it in action. So there we go. Our part's going back and forth, and it's actually going outside of the wall right now. So to stop it from going through the wall, we can just go into our workspace window and move our part so it's not going through the wall, just to test it out. All right, and look at its position. So the X value here is 53. So if we didn't want it going through the wall, we would just change this so that once it hits 53, it'll bounce back and go the other direction. So hit play and show you that. So there we go. And we can do the exact same thing for our Z value. If you just change this X to a Z, and you would change it here too, and then you would also move this 0.5 back to this last spot into the Z position. And you can also have it move diagonal by updating two of these at once. And so now it's moving diagonally. And there you go. Try adding a couple different platforms to your obby that move in a couple different directions. Having more moving parts makes your obby look more alive and more complete. So there we go. We have our obby complete with kill bricks, an elevator, spinning parts, spawn locations, a finishing screen, everything, and we're ready to add more and keep building up. So congrats, share your game with friends. You're well on your way to becoming a Roblox pro builder. And thanks for following along with this series. I look forward to seeing what you make.